Hello, my name is John Amador, your professor, and this is an orientation for MEA 100 Mass Media and Society online section. As you know, we're now under our first week of the course, and I'm getting a lot of emails and feedback from students saying that there's a little bit of confusion as to how to get online, accessing coursework, and using some of the extra tools, namely the LaunchPad media system, and how to access all of that. So I thought I'd make this short video to demonstrate for first-time users and for experienced users alike how to get online and to access the main features. So first off, I'd like to go ahead and just set up a basic goal for our meeting. And here's our whiteboard. And our objective for today is to recognize the essential steps to access the course online using Canvas, and how to make basic user profile settings, accessing and completing the modules, reading your textbook, and viewing content on the publisher's companion site, LaunchPad. So all of that is going to take place within this video. So first off, I want to mention that before the start of the semester, I sent out an orientation letter. And this gave most of the information you need to be able to get online. And also the day that the course started, I emailed a copy of the syllabus to everybody who was registered. Now, if you signed up for class after the start of the semester, it is possible that you may not have received these materials. So this video is probably the first time you're actually getting online and accessing. No problem. So first off, we're going to go ahead and take a look at my computer screen. And I'm going to show you guys how, from square one, how to log on to the course management system. Okay, so here's my desktop, and I'm going to go ahead and launch. Let's see if I can get my apps here. And you can use Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari. I actually don't recommend using Internet Explorer, and neither does the college. Just it's kind of on the older side of things. So when you first log in, you can go to this address here, which is coc.instructure.com. Or another way to access this is just type cv.canyons.edu. And this is the distance learning homepage for the course. So you'll notice in the center, there is a button that says Login to Canvas. And it takes you right back to the login window. So in order to log in, you're going to need to type in your MyCanyons username. That is, when you registered for school, you were provided with a username, which is usually your first initial, middle initial, and last name. For some of you users, your username would have the same plus a number on the end of it. Okay, so you'll want to use the same username that you use for MyCanyons. Now, the first time you set up your password, you're just going to type the word students, all lowercase, just as indicated here on the bottom. Okay. If you find you're having trouble logging in or you forgot your password, you can click the reminder here, and the distance learning folks will send you a link to reset. But again, the first time you're signing on, just type the word students. If you're having problems, just you're typing everything in and it's still not getting you in, you can contact the distance learning tech support folks by clicking here where it says DL website. And then there's a support page. If you go here to the student support, and from there, they actually have a line where you can contact tech support during normal business hours for the college, and there's the phone number right there. Okay, so if you're having problems just getting on basic Canvas, that's the first place you're going to want to go. All right. So I'm going to go back here and log in. And usually the first thing that you're going to see when you log in, okay, is called the dashboard. And if you're registered for more than one course this semester at COC, and those other courses are also using Canvas, it can be an online course or even an on-campus course, but many of our instructors use the same course management software to deliver content for their courses. So if you're registered for more than one course, you'll see the list of courses as cards here. Here's our course, Mass Media and Society, and we'll click on it in just a second. But before I do, I want to also mention that you can change your password and also your contact information. And the way we access that is through the account dashboard. Now, when you first log in, it's expanded, so it looks like this. So when we click on accounts, you see I've customized my name here. We're going to click on profile. So from here, if you have I actually want you to just use your regular first and last name here. Okay, and please, if you can, as a courtesy, upload an actual picture of yourself. Don't do Pepe the Frog or an animated character or an avatar. I want to see your face. That way we can recognize you when you're online. Okay, you don't need to type a biography. That was just for me, it's for you guys. Then click Set Profile. The next page is the settings page, and this is where you can change your password and add a personal email. So to change your password, on the right-hand side, click Edit Settings, okay, and then click Change Password. So the old password is the word students, and you'll type in a new password. Type it in 2 times to verify, and then click Update. Now, in addition to changing your password, the other reason for this window is to add an outside email. Some students don't check their MyCanyons email. They'd rather have messages and information go to their personal email. If you want to do that, it's as easy as clicking on the right-hand side under email address, and then you can go ahead and add your email address here. I also recommend for students to go ahead and put their cell phone number and carrier, and then go ahead and click that. If you have your phone most of the time, I'm sure everybody does, it's a very helpful way to not miss due dates. Canvas is set up where it can remind you the day of an assignment's due date that you got to do that. And in this day and age with unlimited data and text, it should be no problem for you to do that. So once you've added your email and your phone number, you can go ahead and click on the area next to the emails here, and this will add the star next to your preferred email contact. So below that will show your MyCanyons contact. But the one with the star is the one that's going to receive the emails. Lastly, there is a button here on the left called Notifications. When you click Notification Preferences, what this allows you to do is to tell Canvas how to contact you. Now, for cell phones, you can choose to contact you when there are due dates, right? And you can choose to have that immediately pushed to you, or when the due date is posted. In addition, announcements are the other ones that I would go ahead and put a check for. So an announcement might be when something is assigned, but I usually post announcements class-wide, and there is a whole dedicated link in Canvas so that when an announcement goes, it goes out to your email, and if you want it to go to your cell phone, it does that as well. All right, so you can go ahead and go down the list and you can see all of the different areas where you can customize. I want you to notice at the top, I've got my 2 email addresses, my personal and then my campus email. Now, the second column containing my campus email, all of the different areas here, these activities, they're all indicated with an X. meaning I don't want those notifications sent to my Canyons email. So that's how you turn it off and switch it over to the first column, which is the column labeled with your personal email. Okay, so once you're done with that, okay, you can go ahead and exit this whole area just by clicking on Dashboard. Okay. So once again, the dashboard is our entry point into the course. When you first enter the course, you're going to click on the title. Okay, and then this takes you to the home page for the course. So the home page is labeled syllabus, and it contains a link to the course syllabus. So the first thing you'll see at the very top are any recent announcements that have been posted in the last few days. Okay? And you can see here I've posted 5 announcements. If I scroll down, you see the title of the course, okay, and a link if you ever need to download and view the official course syllabus, which is located right here. So if I load that, I'm going to go ahead and put that on another page, and it's downloading now, and then it's going to open in a new window. So this is the actual official course syllabus. It is printable, so you can send it to a printer if you want to get a hard copy of it. Okay. But you'll notice on the first page my contact information, including my office hours. Second page gives you a listing of the technical requirements for the course. So first off, looking at the syllabus, you can see that the textbook is the 11th edition of Media and Culture. The author is Richard Campbell. And very, very important is to get the correct ISBN. Okay, that is the correct identifying code so that when you go to order the book, you're not getting the wrong version. Okay. You'll notice the first one here says printed text with LaunchPad access. Okay, so that's the textbook in print plus an access key. It's basically a printed code that's attached by a little tear off. It's a little postcard. And that LaunchPad access code is needed for you to access the video content for this course. I also have additional assignments and other articles that we access through the LaunchPad system. So the 2 main materials you need to purchase are the textbook and the LaunchPad access code. Some of you may not want a print text. You're perfectly fine with an e-text. It also comes at a slightly lower cost. So you can get the e-text version, which can be read under any web browser or any iOS or Android device. And that gives you also the e-text with the same LaunchPad media access. Here's the ISBN for that. So for both of those options, you can purchase through the publisher. The publisher's store is located right here. The publisher's name is Macmillan Publishing, and here's the page. And you're going to notice that there are 2 tabs here, Format and Packages. Okay. If you want the print edition, that's going to be this edition here, paperback with LaunchPad. And you can buy it permanently, or you can rent it for 4 months. It both gives you a subscription to the LaunchPad Media online for 6 months. So those are the prices for the print. Okay. If you opt to do the e-text, it's a little bit less expensive. And you're going to click here where it says LaunchPad. Okay. Now, until you click here, you're not going to notice it, but it says for this price, the $87, you get the ebook plus the LaunchPad access. So that's the correct option you want to check if you want to get the e-text plus the LaunchPad access. Okay. So the next step is if you're going to order through the publisher, you're going to type find your course right here. And then you go ahead and go through the steps here, type in a COC, you can enter my name if you want, and then it's going to locate the course and give you the checkout option for that. Okay, so that's the course textbook. All right, so also included in the course syllabus is how to get onto Canvas, which I just showed you, okay? And we have one other tool, which is the video you're watching right now. We have 10 meetings scheduled for the semester. You're only required to attend and report on 5 meetings, but I've scheduled 10 to give people flexibility in choosing which ones they'd like to attend. So in order to accommodate people's availability, I have 10 scheduled, but you only need to pick 5. So the tool that we use is called CCC Confer Zoom. Okay, it's free to you guys to use. You don't have to buy any software. You don't even have to register for an account. I will provide the links for you to access each of the meetings. Okay, and so, but this web address, cccconfer.zoom.us, that is how you're going to access these online web meetings. So the web meetings are interspersed throughout the semester. Here's the schedule, okay, on page 4. In yellow, you notice the very first meeting is going to be on August 29th. So what'll happen is when August 29th comes around, people who want to attend the meeting will go to this address. And then when prompted, the meeting ID number is located right here. Okay, you'll copy and paste that. And then when you submit that, they'll prompt you for a password, and that is this 6-digit code right here. So once you do that, you're in, and you'll basically be in the live version of what you're watching now. So as you can see, there are 10 scheduled meetings from the course. And again, when you attend the meeting, to complete the assignment, there will be a summary assignment for you in the module section where you basically type notes up in a summary of what you saw. And that would constitute that meeting requirement. Okay, so in addition to the textbook and the online web conference, and I want to talk about briefly the access code for LaunchPad, how to get to that for the first time. So in order for you to do that, what I've done is I've actually set up the very first week of coursework as a tour of all of these tools. And so to make life easy, I'm going to go here to our course. And I sent to you all in the announcements, okay, the welcome screen here. And it looks like this. Okay. So you should have received this in your campus email. So once you log in, okay, to access the coursework, you're going to go to the modules link, okay, and you'll locate the very first module unit. It's labeled mandatory first week assignments. Okay, so to be active in the class, I'm asking that you complete this by the due date. Now, some people might not be getting this till later, so be that as it may. Let's take a look at the assignment. So I click modules on the left, and here at the very top is the actual module. Okay, notice these can be opened and closed by clicking on the triangles. Right? So notice there are a total of 6 different pages to look at. The very first one is how you register for the LaunchPad media. And it's called LaunchPad Student Registration. So notice what happens when I click on that. You're going to get a linking page with a clickable link that says Load LaunchPad Student Registration. Okay. So if you are a student and you have the access code, it's going to look something like this. Okay. Get a little animation, and then sign off and sign in as an instructor. There it is. So this is what it looks like the very first time you sign up. Okay. On the left, where it says new student registration, you're going to type that access code into the green box and then click submit. Now, if you've already purchased the text and you're trying to get the access code separate, you can purchase it through the publisher by clicking there. I want to purchase access. And then they'll take you through some instructions, and then you can purchase it at that point. and you get instant access. Okay. I believe they also have a system where you can defer the payment for, I think it's 21 days. So if you need to wait till the first of the month, you can go ahead and choose that option. Another option I recommend to students, it's a little bit cheaper, but you need to double check and make sure you're getting the right information, is go to Amazon, and you can go to Amazon Prime. And then under Amazon Prime, if you're a Prime customer, you can search for the LaunchPad just by doing a search for the book and look for the word LaunchPad. And I believe it's $20 off. So that gives you a little bit better deal than just going through the publisher. But again, you'll need the textbook, you will need the access. So once you've registered, this is what LaunchPad looks like when you've successfully signed on. Okay. You'll notice that this says LaunchPad is supplemental, right? It's not the actual course. Most of our coursework is listed back in Canvas. So again, LaunchPad is there to give us extra videos, extra content that isn't normally part of the course. So to access this content, you don't even need to really use LaunchPad. It's just there in the background to connect back to Canvas. So you've now completed the first step. Once you have access, you'll see a listing of all the assignments by chapter. Okay. You don't have to do the assignments from this list. Just go back to Canvas because you're now done. So once you've completed that registration, come back to Canvas and then do the next step. Okay, so we already did that, which was to click open and read the course syllabus. So just to show you, loads the syllabus. And we looked at that already. Remember, the syllabus also contains the schedule week by week and the grading rubric. You can see how your grade is earned. So the 16-week schedule is located here. You'll notice that on the far right columns, each week of the semester will show either no meeting online or a meeting online. So as I'm taping this, we have no meeting this first week, but next week, week 2, is our first scheduled web conference on Wednesday, 29th. So after you've accessed the second row, go to the third one, which is, again, just kind of a expanded version of what's already on the syllabus. But I want to make sure everybody understands that in order to earn a passing grade for the course, you do need to make sure to complete all 4 areas, right? So the first area, which is the blue, it's 35%, is the assignments and participation. Okay, so that is the stuff that we're finding here in our module section, plus any of the LaunchPad content. When you attend your meetings and you interact with me using the CCC Confer Zoom web conference, right? Those 5 meetings count toward that 35 points. I believe it's 15 of those 35. All right, there will be chapter tests. I have 16 listed here. We throw out the lowest score, so basically you're earning 15 grade points. The chapter tests are combined, so for example, the first chapter test will actually cover chapters 1, 2, and 3 all together. But they are their own grade, so that you don't want to skip too many of those. They also contain written questions. So they're very short, not essay, but maybe a paragraph. And so the idea is to test your writing skills and your comprehension of that. There will be 2 cumulative exams, a midterm and a final. Each are 15 grade points. And then finally, 2 short projects. Each one has a different value, but together they're worth 20 grade points. So you don't want to skip too much in terms of the content. It's all laid out there pretty evenly. All right. So again, how do I access the coursework? Once I'm done with this one here, I go back to my modules page. And here's the next one. textbook information. Now, again, you've seen this on the syllabus, you saw it on the orientation letter. I created a new page in this module, and it explains what I just showed you guys. So once you go back to do this again on your own, you'll notice this is where I'm asking you to click. Okay. So finally, other helpful links. The college has asked me to just provide this link for you. It's provided by the Student Services Department. And what it is you can see here, there's a link to the library, a link to the Learning Center. Next to the library, we have a very large computer lab study hall. And they've got copies of the textbook there. But more importantly, they have access to the internet. So you can go in there, and when you sign in, they'll assign you to your very own computer. And then finally, the third link here says Campus Resource Guide. Okay. And provided by Student Services. You can see it's a very helpful issue. You can see it's 8 pages of general information. Okay, so for students, this is very helpful. You can see all the various general information. All right, finally, in order to finish this week's coursework, you'll want to finish by clicking on the very last page. It says Acknowledgement and Student Contract. So after you've read the other previous pages, you're going to complete this. Now, in my version, because I am a faculty member, it's not showing me what you see. So I'm going to switch over to Student View. And now I'm seeing what you see. All right, so this is just a statement verifying that you have read through and you understand the content. So to complete the assignment, click the Submit button and type your first and last name in the text box below. And then click Submit at the bottom. And that finishes your coursework. You've just now completed the very first module. All right. Next up on our list after that first module, taking a look at the main homepage, the syllabus. You'll notice toward the bottom, the week-by-week schedule. Okay, and there, during week 2, you were to read chapter 1 and to have that reading done by August 31st. So a week from this coming Friday, I'm giving students a reading deadline for chapter 1 in the textbook. Okay. For those of you that are accessing LaunchPad and you've gotten the e-text with that, it's great because the e-text is embedded in each of these chapter folders. So if I wanted to read the first section here, the introduction, I click on it, and it actually will load the textbook right in the window there. So it's really helpful because it's a single point of access for both the reading and the activities. All right. And so that's how you access the e-text. Each of these are the different sections of each chapter. Then below, you can see the other content. For instance, here's a video showing the show 30 Rock, which was an NBC sitcom. And then there's some questions that pertain to that. Okay, so you can kind of take a look at it. What is a sample assignment here? So after you watch the video,
special thanks to those joining us via simulcast.
You answer the questions below. Okay. So for each given chapter, you'll notice that there are probably 3 or 4 videos to watch. Right? So just be aware of that. So as you can see here, let's see, this isn't actually the current version. All right, let's look at the currents. All right. So for chapter 1, you finish the reading, but you're also going to have assignments that are inside of the syllabus. So again, if you just go into the coursework, modules. You'll see with chapter 1, it says complete all of the sections. So beneath that, you can see it's a little grayed out, but let me exit student view. There we go. And this is next week's coursework. All right. So you'll complete your reading assignment first. Okay. Secondly, you will view the videos. There's only 3 of them to watch. Okay. And then I have an activity, which is another assignment. It's called a media literacy activity. And then extra credit, this is optional, but what the extra credit is just a review session. So there'll be a chapter review, which contains all the concepts, sample test questions. Learning curve is another activity that's extra credit. And what that is, it's very similar to like a flashcard game. I find it to be very helpful. It helps you understand what you don't understand yet. And then there is a chapter 1 quiz. So the quizzes in and of themselves are not factored into the grade directly. They are extra credit, okay? The tests that I mentioned are for credit, right? Now, in order to earn the extra credit point here, it's 1 point per chapter. You have to complete all 3 of these activities. And Canvas and LaunchPad will tell me when you've completed it by your participation. All right, so that is an example of the chapter 1. So by next Friday, you need to have that content completed. But bear in mind, we do have our first meeting this coming Wednesday. So at our next meeting, I will be going over the specific concepts that were found in the chapter reading and the videos. So that's about it. If you have any other questions, the best way to reach me is through Canvas. I'll show you again, sorry. And there is a feature called Inbox. And again, once you link up your personal email, you can generate emails from inside of Canvas. You can go ahead and just type my name here, John. And it'll say Professor John. And then so now I can go ahead and type whatever my question is. Right, and then type in the bottom section. And then click send. And so even though I didn't have to open my personal email or I didn't have to open my Canyons, this email portion of Canvas will send through your personal Gmail account. And then when you reply, you don't have to log in here. You can just respond from your phone or from your computer's Gmail account. It's very, very transparent and it works pretty well. All right, so that's about it. If you have any other questions, email is the best way, and you can email through Canvas, or you can contact me on my cell phone, which is also on the course syllabus. And with that, I want to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon.